Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Tammara Lashea, and I am your life coach for the holidays. And our series this week is Healing for the Holidays. We've touched upon three different topics already. And today, two different topics already. And today, we're going to talk about healing childhood holiday trauma. Because some people have gone through trauma in their lives during the holidays. And so since we want our holidays to be holly and jolly and happy, and God has said that this is a season for healing, that means it's a season where you can have something different. It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be the same. You don't have to go through the same trauma that you've gone through every time, over and over and over again. So let's start this morning like we do every day with a short word of prayer, and we'll get right into the meat of it. Father God, we thank you for this day. We welcome you into this place. We welcome your presence, oh God, that you will speak to the hurt hearts, to the little person on the inside that experienced the trauma in their childhood. And I pray that even as they begin to explore this new avenue and way of experiencing their holiday on this year, that they would get excited. I pray that you would stir up the spirit on the inside of them and stir up the happy feelings, stir up the possibilities that their holiday doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be the way that it has been in the past. And we thank you for your presence. We thank you for this word. And we thank you for newness of life. And most of all, we thank you for healing our holidays. In Jesus' name, amen. Today, we're going to try to have a healing nugget. I don't know. It might turn into it might be a 4-piece, might be an 8-piece, might be a 12-piece nugget. We'll see how it turns out. So, healing childhood trauma. And this is for those who hate the holidays due to childhood trauma. There are about 4 to 6 exciting ways that I'm going to help you overcome and see how that you can overcome this and create a wonderful life experience that will be priceless for you and your family. The first thing you have to do is deal with the past trauma. You have to deal with it. Some of you have had some deep traumatic wounds that are there, and I would recommend to you in the comment section below, I'm going to put a link. You can follow the link. It's going to give you more information about what it is that I do. And it'll also give you, for the holidays, a free discovery session so that we can get down to the bottom of the root of that. Now, as we're going through this, if you realize that's you, then I want you to go ahead and just click the link and get in touch with me. And we'll have a free discovery session. I'll work with you one-on-one on whatever trauma it is that you have. For those of you who have had some help or think that maybe, I might be able to do this. I might be able to do this. Let's all look at it from the surface level first, and then we can discover where we are. So one of the things that I found that works, because I've had this experience myself, I've had traumatic experiences in the holiday season myself, and it was only during the holidays where my father was laid off. He was working for GM, and some holidays he would be laid off, and on those holidays he had a tendency to drink. And one year he became an alcoholic. So it gave me a different type of Christmas experience. Now, overall, my Christmas experiences were amazing. I can't complain at all. But this one particular Christmas, it wasn't fun at all. Not for me. Not for me, because of the traumatic things that were happening throughout that season with him. Another traumatic thing that happened to me during the Christmas season is my mother died. My mother passed away on the 16th of December. And that was a traumatic event for all of us, because my father was deathly ill, but my mother passed away unexpectedly. So those are two things that happened to me. And what I've learned is you have to face the fear of it. You have to face what it is, be able to say it out loud and talk about it. Because if you don't, you harbor the pain and hurt and you hold on to it. And guess what? You stay stuck. You stay stuck there. So I want you guys to be in a place and make sure that you're in a place where you're not harboring the hurt and the pain, but you're actually living through it to get to the other side of it. One way that you can do that is to create new traditions that will cancel out the old ones. Now, I know my story is heavy for some people, but then for some people, my story is nothing. Because your Christmas holidays, you may have spent your Christmas holidays in a shelter, in a homeless shelter for kids. I worked in a homeless shelter for kids for Christmas. I understand. I understand. I understand. But what you want to do is create new traditions, the ones that will cancel out the old ones, so that you're not continuously remembering the things of the past, but you're focused on the things that are now and the new memories that you're creating. It's not about confronting the abuser. It's not about confronting your abuser during the holiday. It's about healing yourself. A lot of you know I've gone through a season where I was drugged and raped. I also went through a season of a lot of death in my family, but I was also drugged and raped. And it came to a point where I had to make a decision. Am I going to go after the predator? Am I going to spend my life angry, hurt, just in so much pain, going after the predator? Or am I going to get healing for myself? What was more important to me? Making sure that he paid for what he did, or making sure that I was healthy enough to continue to live a healthy life and be able to help others? You see that? Because here's the bottom line to that. My only question for him and anyone else that operates like that in their life is, what is it that you will say when you stand before God? He has to answer for that. He knows what he's done, and I probably was not the first one. That's his stuff. I'm not going to take it on and allow it to be a part of my life. And some of you have done this. You've done this with the childhood trauma. How do I know? Because I did it for years. I did it for years in my early 20s. Felt like so many things was so unfair. And all of that is justified. It's justified anger. It's justified hurt. You deserve to be angry. And let me right now acknowledge your anger. I hear you. I know your pain. I've been there, and it is real. It is real. It may have been death of a parent, death of a loved one. That may have been the trauma. Like I said, my mother passed away, but it was even more traumatic for some of my nieces and nephews because they were little. I was young, but they were little. Teenagers on down. And they just wanted to know why. They didn't understand. She was the best grandma ever. Why would God take her? And they had these questions. And they just wanted to know. And some of you may still have anger towards God concerning that. And I want you to know that God hears your heart. He knows your anger. And he's not afraid of your anger. It's okay. You can be mad at him. Be mad at him. But don't ignore him. Talk to him. Yell at him. Cuss at him. Tell him you're mad. Scream. I've done it all. And then when you're done, you'll realize that his presence is still right there with you. Because he just wants to heal your heart. And he knows that he can't heal your heart if you're harboring the pain. One small step for this, you can actually learn more about that parent, especially if they passed away when you were young, you didn't get a chance to have a relationship with them. They passed away when you were in your 20s and you felt like you need your mom the most now and she's gone. Talk to your aunts, talk to your uncles, talk to those family members that may have pictures and some history about that parent. And if that is not available for you, focus forward on hope and become the parent that you did not have. You can literally become the parent that you did not have. You become that parent. But I don't have children. There are plenty of children in the world that need mentors. There are plenty of programs where you can plug into it. You can find a way to heal that empty space on the inside. Focus forward on the hope of being what it was that you never got a chance to experience for someone else. Isn't that beautiful? Because now you replace all of that lack of things that you wanted. You replace all of that with healthy relationships with others. That's beautiful. And then there is the anxiety. Some people, because they lost their parents so early in life, they experience anxiety. They experience post-traumatic syndrome disorder. They experience depression. I've experienced all of those. In my early 20s, I had a horrible case of anxiety. It was so bad that that's a whole nother story. It would take me about 20 minutes to really tell y'all about how bad my anxiety was in my early 20s. And I came across a lot of people who were hurt by my guard that I put up. And it had a lot to do with men. So I've had some leaders that were in my life that walked up to say something to me, and I immediately shunned them away, and it injured them. And it was never my intent to do that. I was in therapy. I was having anxiety attacks. And the fact that he walked up, he could have walked up and said, Jesus is real. It didn't matter. He was a man and he walked up on me. And that's just where I was. And you see how when you confront that with the truth of what it is, it frees you. It frees you. It frees you. Now, with the anxiety, the PTSD, and the depression, and those debilitating issues that may hold you down and hold you back and become stumbling blocks, you handle those with help. You get professional help. And you have to accept the fact that your family and friends, they don't know. If they have not experienced what you've experienced, they don't get it. And I didn't know that. I felt like nobody cared. And it's not that they don't care. How can they care? They don't know. And they don't know that they don't know. They think you're being over the top. You're just being so dramatic. And this is just too much. Why don't you give it over it? Because they don't know. So then once you get help, you find those who do know, those who can empathize with you and sympathize with you and where you are. Because sometimes we just want people to acknowledge the fact that it happened. Just say, I'm sorry that happened to you, and grab you and hug you. That's all. You just want to be heard. And then family and friends. This is the family and friends who you know you have a loved one who has gone through a traumatic events as a child and they struggle as an adult. Accept that you don't understand. I had a lot of friends that are just now experiencing death in their family with their parents. And I think we were some of the first people in our friend groups in our community that lost our parents early on, because my mother died when I was 30. And now that they're experiencing it, they understand. And I understand there's no way that they can understand. And I just want you to understand that there's no way that they can understand. And I want the friends and family to know that there's no way you can understand what your sister or your brother or even a parent, what your child may be feeling. Those who have been the victim of traumatic events and or experienced loss at an early age. So what can you do? Listen. Just listen. Just listen. Take the time to just listen. You said, what do you mean, Tammara? Sit down, look them in the face, hear their heart, and simply listen to what it is that they have to say. What do you mean, Tammara? Sit down. Simply listen to what it is that they have to say. And if they don't say anything, sit there and hold their hand. It's okay. But know this, family and friends, you do not have to have the answer. They don't even need you to have the answer. Sometimes they just need you to listen. Sometimes they just need you to be there. Just listen. That's all. That's all. That love and that care of you just listening and understanding, trying to understand. It's good. It's good. So last but not least, you have to remember this. If you don't remember anything else when dealing with childhood trauma, when this trauma happened to you, you were a child. I am Tammara. But when I was little, I was Tam. You have to allow God to heal Tam. You have to let the little person on the inside of you that experienced the trauma come forward and express how they felt about it. You can do this through journaling. You can do this with professional help. I'm here for you to walk you through it. You can do this walking in the park and allow the little person, and the tears will flow. Just allow the little person on the inside of you to say how they felt and tell you what they need. You may like me say, what are you talking about? I'm talking about when you feel the hurt that you feel from the past, you feel it from a place of where you were at that particular time. And if you were 10, I promise you, I've spoken to a woman that was 55 years old. And when she told me her story, she, literally in front of me, she was 15. And I asked her, I said, how old were you when this happened? About 14, 15 years old? She said, yeah, I was 15. How'd you know? I was like, oh, I'll tell you later. And I told her later, because when she began to speak about it, she spoke with the voice and the mannerisms of a 15-year-old. Yeah. Yeah. That little person is still inside. That little person that got you through that was being strong. Or even the little person that crumbled up under it all. They're still there. But the healing is there for you. The healing is there for you. So as a man thinketh, so is he. If you think that you can be healed, you will. If you think and believe that God can heal your heart, he will, because that's all he wants to do. That's all he wants to do. As a man thinking, so is he. So is he. Allow God to heal your heart and your focus, because we know as a man thinketh, so is he. So we want your focus to be on having a holiday, a great holiday on purpose. When the negative thoughts comes, I'm having a great holiday on purpose. When somebody says something negative, I'm having a great holiday on purpose. Put it on your computer, print it out, put it on the wall, write it on your bathroom mirror. Having a great holiday on purpose this year. I'm having a healed holiday on purpose. And how, you say, Tammara, how can I do that? You're going to plan it. You're going to plan it. What did you want the day to look like? Are you going to go somewhere? Are you going to do arts and crafts? Are you going to make Christmas ornaments for that year? Or what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Plan it. And then execute it. Don't just have the plan and say, oh, yeah, I was going to do that, but I just didn't feel like cooking. You got to push past it. If the depression and anxiety tries to come up, you got to push past it. You have to take your power back and say, no, this year, if I just cook one pan of cornbread and open a can of collard greens, I'm cooking. If I just get in my car and ride around 285, I'm going somewhere. on Christmas. If I just go to my parents' house because it's COVID-19 and I can't really go inside there, go out in the driveway, sit on my car and wave at them, or go talk to them through the door. Take them a gift. Do something. Do something different. And then the last thing, you want to do all these things so that you can, on purpose, create lifelong happy memories that will cancel out the negative ones. Lifelong happy memories that will cancel out the negative ones that plagued you for so long. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. I believe that as you have listened to this, that some thoughts have gone through your head. Some things that you said, well, maybe I could do this, or maybe I can. Go with it. Go with it. I am in your corner. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I believe that it's going to be the best Christmas ever. And as you take one step, God will take the next one. He'll meet you there. Your one step to even just write it down and plan it is a step of faith. You may say, well, that's not much. Hey, all you need is the size of a mustard seed. And you ask God, show me, lead me, send me what I need to make this holiday the best holiday ever. Yes? Yes. I thank you for joining me here today for Beyond Me Too on our holiday edition. The next 2 days are going to be amazing. We're going to have so much fun on these holiday Zooms because I'm going to be instrumental in helping you to have some fun for the holidays. So I hope to see you guys on Thursday and Friday. I pray that this inspirational nugget, this holiday nugget has been great for you. Again, I am Tammara Lashea, your holiday life coach, and I will see you tomorrow. Remember, the link is going to be below. If you want to get your free discovery session, the link will be down below. Right down below in the comment section. I love you guys so very much. And I pray that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Have a happy holiday, everybody.